Later. What? Yo. She's still salty.
Whatever.
Like, why are you over here still upset?
Because it wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny.
It wasn't.
It was mad hilarious, bro.
That's
it
what
was
you
mad
think, it was mad
hilarious.
hilarious.
And you're lucky too, though. You're lucky too. You're lucky I told you about the prank because
that would have been messed up.
Yeah, I could have not told you, but you know that's one of the things, bro. They call me the prank king.
Prince, I'm the king.
Bro, I'm just saying. I be holding, pulling punches. I be pulling punches,
when
bro.
you guys both prank me at the same time. That's not nice, because then I don't know.
Because I don't know.
Because then I don't know.
Oh, but alright, but when y'all get up on me.
Whatever.
What's up, bro?
What are we doing?
Yo, if y'all don't know what we were talking about, a little bit of context. So we're about to react to the McDonald's video, right? The woman upset with her baby daddy because he brought McDonald's home for just his kid, right? The thing is, I asked Zasha about this yesterday. I said, yo, what you think about the McDonald's? Because I just call her the McDonald's woman. And she was like, what do you, and I just stopped it right there. So I was like, all right. So yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna prank her and bring home McDonald's to see how she would react. We already did that. If you want a little context, that's what happened. On the family project, I pranked her, brought home McDonald's for Cairo and Harmony and not Isaiah in front of Zasha. It was hilarious.
So that's a thing?
Yes, so that's a thing.
So that's whoever started this crap.
So I mean, it's literally going viral. Like it's crazy. And she did a response as well. But it's literally, I mean, it's got millions and millions and millions of views.
Why haven't I seen
but
this?
Zasha,
I probably seen
you delete Instagram.
I do.
And social media
I go on my social media
2 weeks at a time. She literally does.
Like,
she deletes it and then
delete
reactivates it 2 weeks later.
Cause sometimes you need a mental break.
That's very good. I mean, everyone should practice
like
that.
It's not because I'm like pressed or anything. I just think, I should stay off my phone.
You're not pressed?
I'm not depressed or anything.
How did it feel watching your other kids eat but not your other kid?
I literally I was like, I'm gonna go buy him a freaking whole pizza to himself. Like, what do you want? What do you want to eat? I don't care. What do you want?
I feel like you're gonna side with just because of what we put you through, and guys, it's hilarious, but just because of what we put you through, I think you're gonna side with
I feel like yeah, because honestly, that's effed up.
You're gonna side with the woman? Look,
yes,
alright, here's the thing.
Effed up.
Here is the
you
thing.
Don't bring
more
food,
context. More context for those who don't even know what TikTok video we're talking about. So, a mom is angry at baby dad for bringing food for his kid instead of all his kids.
No, it's not.
Or instead of all the kids. He only has one kid. She has
that's what you explained to
4
me.
kids. 3 of those kids aren't his.
She has 4.
Yes, 3 of those kids
I thought it was only
aren't his. Only 1, yeah.
Okay, so she has 4.
4 total. 1 by the baby daddy.
1 is his.
He brought McDonald's for his.
That one.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
now she's trying to put him on blast.
Every fucking day my baby daddy come here.
She said every day.
One meal for my child. But I have 3 other kids.
Okay.
All right, so first of all, every day. If you say every
day,
that man is consistently taking care of his own, as a man should.
Every day.
Every day.
We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring 1 thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing 1 child.
But I feel that.
To eat. Look, there he.
Okay,
but I feel that.
But you're looking at it through the perspective of the kids, and no matter who wins, the kids lose, right? Because the kids are hungry. However, it is not his responsibility because they're not together.
It's not his
responsibility. They're not together. He bared a child in this world. It's his responsibility to take care of that child. If all the other fathers were like him, none of these kids would be hungry.
Understood.
They would all be pulling up McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, have your choice.
But what did I do with you, Isaiah? What did I do with you when we didn't have money and we went and we got McDonald's? We didn't bring it back to the house.
Nah, we ate it.
And if you didn't finish the food by the time we got to the house,
so how do you know that this guy right here isn't like on his way to work or on his way somewhere where he can't pick him up and take him to McDonald's or something?
Okay, then come eat the food in the car for a little bit and then go. Or you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, of course.
You don't show other children that you're eating McDonald's. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that. If you can't bring enough for everybody, then don't bring anything.
So let the one kid be hungry.
You act like that mom is not gonna feed her children.
So that's the point. Is like, well, if the kids are gonna eat regardless,
so they will all eat the same thing.
At least allow me to.
No, they will all eat the same thing. One is getting McDonald's and the other 3 are getting spaghetti.
So who are you blaming, her or the dad?
Both.
The dad is doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Right now, the dad has
Bullshit.
done nothing wrong. What
Bullshit.
right now had the dad done wrong?
Bring
One thing.
McDonald's for one. Like he wants to come in here and bring
Inherently,
McDonald's
that's
for
not
one.
wrong. You don't know what his financial situation is. He ain't pulling up clean.
Okay,
He
then,
ain't pulling up
fine.
in a nice
Then
whip.
let's see. Then let's see if he brings the kid out to the car or whatever.
Of course, he has a heart. You can tell.
I'm not saying
I mean,
he's.
she
I'm
hasn't
finna
seen it
expose
yet, so.
out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than
She's
enough
annoying.
food in that bag for everybody. What's
First of all,
up?
she's annoying.
Because I'm finna expose you.
What?
Because that don't look enough for all my kids. One burger, one fry.
What he like? What do you mean?
That's what he
Okay,
like.
what about my other kids?
What about your other
She's
kid?
mad dog.
Okay, but them your kids siblings though.
It's
You know I don't give my food stamps to the seven.
Listen, is that my problem?
okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you hear it first of all.
But you see him walking in with it. You should have, okay, yo, can you send my kid outside for a second? Send him outside for a second.
How do you know him walking in? He didn't walk in nowhere.
She
He's
didn't let
walking
him.
up. How do you know he's walking in? He might be giving her the food. He might be
Okay,
like,
so
whatever.
regardless if you're giving me the food or not, regardless if you're giving me the food, if you're gonna walk in and give it to him yourself, I have to give it to
So
him.
I've seen the video, and before I even saw the video, I knew that if you're the type of man that will bring food,
Every day.
if
He
you
is
bring
a good
food, if
dad.
you're the type of man to bring food every day for your kid and take care of your child, you're not the type of man that would want to see other kids hungry.
What
So
is-
it's not
okay.
within your means, which means I knew for a fact that he would and he has tried other things, because the type of woman that will bring out her phone and try and make a good man seem like a bad man would also be the type of petty woman that would not allow him to
100%.
take his kid to get his kid the food one-on-one. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, well, there.
Because he's obviously
there
a good
you
guy.
There you
and
have a point.
Women turn good men bad because of stuff like this.
100%. I agree with you 1000% when it comes to that, because she's ignorant and she's freaking just like going on and she doesn't know how to handle the situation. 100%. Because if he is 100% a good father, the fact that he's bringing food for his child every single day, yes. My thing is, as a mother,
Yeah,
seeing
you don't want to
that,
see your other kids.
as a
hungry.
mother, if we're all eating canned beans, we're all eating canned beans. We're not all three of them eating canned beans and one's eating McDonald's. That's just not how it's gonna go. He can give me the McDonald's, I'm gonna throw it in the garbage, or we can split it in four, or whatever the situation is. But
When you're a kid, you grow up in the hood, McDonald's is a treat.
luxury.
You know, McDonald's is a real, like, you get excited for that. So the thing is like, she's angry and that's understandable, but it's misplaced. It's misplaced to him.
Yeah,
She shouldn't
yeah,
have. The problem is she should have taken the food, thanked him for doing that, and then once you take the food, you can divvy it up however you want to.
Split it up,
But
little
my
bit of
thing
fries.
is like, if every one of her baby daddies did that, she would have no problem. So
No issues.
because they're not there for her to be upset at, she's targeting him, and that's like unfair.
Right.
You know.
No, I get it.
You're not helping out.
He is helping out.
How are you helping yourself when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings? Them are his siblings, though.
He's like, you had those
He
kids,
must be
not
eating
me.
for all his other siblings, and they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let you
No.
There you
He's
go.
not
Bring him
gonna
out
eat
to the
that for all
car.
of you.
Bring him out to the car. So a man with
She
that
said no.
type of heart will not want to see. It's not petty. Not want to see other kids hungry and hurt.
Literally, it's women like this that I want to.
Hey.
Bruh, why? Why not let him bring him out to the car? Why? Why not let him take him to McDonald's, bring him right back?
This
Why?
This happens a lot of times because women are very emotional. You know what I'm saying? And it's like your superpower.
And stubborn.
It's your superpower, but it also is like a double-edged sword, you know? Because I feel like for her, like, you can hear the hurt in her voice because as a mother, you're a protector, right?
On top of the
But
fact that
she's
I'm sure
making
she feels like, oh, she lost a good man too, like,
Yeah.
because that's her last relationship.
So like I feel for her just to
I
hear
think,
that when you can't feed your kids, you're automatically gonna be defensive.
You're
But she
upset.
made the wrong decision by saying you can't take him out of the car. Actually, before I let you take him and he eats all of it, we'll take it in and then I'll split it up. And if
Oh, yeah.
the kid's upset, I'll be like, look, you know,
This is it.
Here's baked
Next
beans
time,
and a few fries and a nugget. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. But it's like that I mean, I think that was very ugly.
I agree, 100%.
What do you think?
Yeah, y'all are just.
Isaiah knows,
Yeah,
like, we would go to McDonald's and I'll get like the cheapest thing on the menu and he better eat it by the time we get home. And if he's not done, we have to like give it to someone or like try, because I cannot how many people living in the house? We all lived in the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I didn't have the money to bring everyone McDonald's, but like I get it. Food stamps doesn't come in until the 7th. So it's like, like
She said 7th and 11th.
If you can't bring enough for everybody.
So you telling me that I can bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound
Where
dumb.
are their daddies at?
oof.
Nobody
Where
told
are
you
their
to have some
daddies
other-
at?
You had them other kids. Them your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all.
I understand. I get it. But she's not doing it the right way.
You know I get food stamps on the 11th.
Oh, she didn't say that.
Yeah, they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me. Yes, you did.
Oh my god. I really want to know how many baby daddies she has just because I'm nosy. But go ahead.
Other kids. Because I'm exposing
She
everything.
really thinks she's exposed.
So
Like,
would she
who do you
would be
think-
happier if all men were like her other baby daddies? Like, would she would be happier for real? If they all just said, F
Apparently.
it, like, I'm not taking care of mine?
Apparently.
That's so crazy.
Every
like,
day he goes, you know, brings him food. Every day.
she wouldn't even need to worry about food stamps if every single
Every
father
day.
was like that.
Every
She
day you
wouldn't
bring
need to
your
worry
kid
about
one
it.
meal. Every day you bring your kid one meal. Every day, all of them did that. Please, they'd be
Not
straight.
even one meal. I think it was, you know, the feed.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's just like,
The child that's mine, silly.
No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all. Then he can't
but
take
you're
that.
still with me.
what you mean? But you're still with me?
But you're still you pranked me and you're still with me. He's not with her anymore.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't the same.
You're a jerk.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. I know it wasn't the same. I said it. In the video,
That's annoying.
I'm still with you. Yeah, if he decided to be her, if he was with her, if he was dating her or married to her, then yeah, of course, doesn't matter.
There's
whether
there's
they're
a
your
difference.
kids or your stepkids.
Now they're your
But you hear
stepkids.
what he
gotta-
said though?
What?
Don't feed nobody
He
at
said
all.
if you
Then
had
he
one or
can't take
two.
that. He can't eat it.
Maybe if you had one or two, I could like, you know, maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the?
No, you're right. Yo, McDonald's is not $1 anymore, people.
Yeah, McDonald's.
When I was growing up, McDonald's burgers were $1 and the fries were 78 cents. Like, you are tripping. McDonald's now, we as a family of 5 spend well over like, what is like
It's over $50.
$50
for all to have a
for all
meal.
of us to have to eat. Like,
Yeah. Nah,
that
it's-
pizza.
yeah,
What the
it's- yeah, and she does a reaction defending herself because she's getting like slammed.
I bet.
Your kid siblings though. Done.
So that's what you gonna go with? That's the one you gonna
Those are your kid siblings.
That's it.
That's what you're
That's what we
doing?
doing.
Yeah.
It's like you can tell he's been here before in plenty of other situations. Where
Yeah, no, for sure.
You bring one something to eat.
I bring food every other day. What do you mean?
Exactly, but you don't ever bring food for the other ones.
Yeah, no, you're not making any sense at this point, lady. Just shut up. Please just shush. I'm begging you. Stop.
Car, he ain't even got to go to his brother's sister. He come right out to the car. He with me.
No, no, you know
Bring him
what?
to the car.
Give it here.
Thank you.
Give it here.
Bro,
Give it
you
here.
know, kids,
Give
like,
it here.
you sound stupid.
Done. He ain't eating this. You.
Why you just do that?
Because you ain't bringing up.
I didn't see that.
I am so
That's
upset.
when your emotions get
Yeah,
the better
no,
of
she
you.
got her period or
It
something.
makes you do things like that make no sense. Dang, bro, she threw it.
I am so mad at her.
I remember she took it.
It's
but I
embarrassing as
remember-
a freaking woman.
You stupid. Selfish as a. Like, you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He not finna eat that.
That's just traumatic. That's just a lot. I'm just seeing. It's just all trauma.
Like, I
bro.
really hope
It's
that
traumatic
she-
for him because he just
I really
got.
hope that they're not in
It's
front of the
traumatic
kids,
for
bro.
her. Like it's just a
I
lot.
hope that the kids cannot hear that because, can we just.
It's just a lot, man.
There's
Dang.
so many kids with stupid ass freaking moms raising them, and it's annoying.
So she did a reaction to, I guess, everybody kind of coming at her. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
so she's saying,
and I
like,
don't
I
know
handled the
if she's like
situation.
defending herself or if she's giving more context or whatever because I haven't seen this video.
Mm.
But
Remember on my birthday, Alex got some roller skates, and you got so mad.
Oh yeah, I was livid.
what happened?
Yeah, I was mad. I was young and very, very angry. I was
That
a
kinda
very, very
reminds me
angry
of
teen
like
mom. And like, on his birthday, Wendy takes care of Alex very, very well. Like, she borderline, not spoils, but like, you know, Alex is a good kid. She gets whatever she wants. You know what I'm saying? She's a good kid, so she deserves it. On his birthday, Alexandra got a gift. Roller skates.
Oh, that'll piss me off.
I lost my shit. My shit, and I went to go get you roller skates.
I've never heard you tell a story where you're upset at Wendy.
Yeah.
Ever.
I've been upset at Wendy a few times because of
Like
situations. Like, yeah, I love my Aunt Wendy. Wendy has a daughter that is the same age as Isaiah, and we do everything with them together.
On his birthday, she got him something.
Wendy got her daughter roller skates, which I feel like good for her.
Did she wrap them?
I don't remember, but I was like, good for her. Give it to her tomorrow. Like, give it to any other day. But like,
did Isaiah didn't get roller skates?
No.
Because so that's the thing. That's the only way. Like, if I know I'm going to a birthday party and I know that kid is getting roller skates, I might get Harmony or Cairo or Isaiah roller skates to be
right.
Like,
we all live, like
roller
I said, we all
skate
lived
with
in
each
the
other.
same house.
You know, yeah, roller skate with each other. Blah blah blah.
So it's like she just brought them home.
Yeah.
You know, and she
you
got
wanted
roller
it to
skates.
be completely.
And as a mom, not having all the money in the world, not being able to spoil my kid or whatever, and like, you know,
but she
what I'm
also
saying?
she also got Isaiah a gift, right?
Yeah, she got Isaiah a gift.
And the cake.
And made the cake.
You know, it's at first glance, it's like, oh, that I was upset.
For sure.
But then it's also like, well, you got the gift, you got Isaiah a gift, you got Isaiah a cake, you were there for, you know.
As a young mom and just feeling very vulnerable and like I didn't have a lot of money and stuff, like I was just upset. I was upset and emotional, and I ran out, freaking went to Target, and I was like, got him some.
And then I taught Alex how to
roller skates. Yeah.
How did you feel whenever someone else got a gift
I was little.
on your birthday?
I was little.
He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
He had no idea what was going on. He had no clue. It was on me.
Because as a parent, you're feeling these emotions over protection.
My kid didn't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're feeling these emotions to protect him, to make him feel special, but honestly, he felt special regardless of whether or not.
Yeah, it's on me. It was on me. It was definitely. I handled that situation completely wrong.
I lived with my my aunt for a while, and I remember she got my cousin a PlayStation 1, and I got a she got me a PlayStation 1 the same Christmas that she got him PlayStation 2.
Her son.
Yeah. And I was like, dang. You know, but I had to understand, and I did. It sucked, and I played the PS1, but I literally, like, all my Christmas lists was like PS2. Like, because every kid wanted one. Like, so my, you know, it was PS2. It definitely wasn't PS1. So I opened mine, and it was like PS1, and I was like, bruh. But, you know, it is what it is. So here we go. First of all,
there's a little bit of our lives.
All right, she got the makeup on, she got the lashes on, she got the hair done and all that.
She's ready for this video.
So she's ready for this video. Let's say she needs to sound very coherent because she obviously took time to put it into her makeup.
Okay, so
and
I'm hoping
everything.
that she sounds, you know, more articulate.
Well, exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because we're judging her based off of emotion last time, but now she's more
calm.
logical.
Right.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids.
Okay.
You knew the situation when you dated me.
Here we go.
Our child was the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain.
Okay, so when she says you knew the situation, first of all, as a man, you don't know the situation because you don't know the person. Which is why, Isaiah, you gotta be extremely just understanding that these things happen.
Get into a relationship.
So
with,
just
be
a little
cautious.
fling, one night fling, you could end up with somebody like this.
He watches enough Judge whoever.
Judge Vonda B.
He stays on her YouTube and TikTok.
Mom.
Listen, Judge Vonda B. Listen, you got your biggest fan right here.
It's on.
It's on in your room right now, bro. He
we
loves you, and one day we really want to meet you. Like, we have a fan here.
I don't even know who that is.
He watches her religiously. He's like, oh, she got new ones out. Hold on.
Literally, if you walk around.
So he knows he ain't trying to get nobody pregnant. He's trying to get nobody pregnant, bro.
That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids gotta feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them, and they know it's coming from you because, of course, like
This
me.
is why.
I
it's
get
one of
that.
the reasons why you do your absolute best to not have kids with multiple guys, because you put the kids through the trauma of breaking up too. Those kids might love this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
might
100%.
like, and you're bringing not just yourself into a situation, you're bringing the other kids into the situation
Learn
as well.
from me. I only have 2 babies.
I mean, I wonder how many she has, because it might
She
be
probably-
all
probably-
3 from one other guy.
Yeah, probably might
But-
be. I'm just talking
But
about
he did say where the other father's at.
fathers.
So
Yes,
it makes maybe she
Learn
maybe she
from
got
me, okay?
maybe she got
I got
5
2.
baby
No, 4.
4 baby daddies.
That would suck.
Yes, it would.
Like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them.
I get
But
that.
now you don't want to do that for them anymore.
No, and he doesn't
Like, to
have
me,
to.
that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not gonna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going
Man,
to.
bring
And
the
on top of
pizza.
that, you need to. That's what
So question, is it petty? Because she keeps saying it's petty. Is it petty if he's rich, or if he makes good money?
It's petty. I feel
Yeah,
like if you
yeah,
have
you
it,
do it.
if you can do it, do it.
Okay.
I feel like if you can do it, do it. I buy homeless people I don't know, like I don't show up anywhere with. If I bring something for someone, if I have it, I'm gonna bring for everyone. If I don't have it, we're eating it in the car. Like, point blank period. It's just, that's more of a common courtesy thing. That's a courtesy thing. Like, it's manners. I feel
I'm
like
not saying,
at that
I'm
point.
not saying was it manners. I was saying was it petty. Of course, it is courtesy.
I don't feel
it's
like-
courteous to bring it, but is it petty to not? Does that make him a petty person for just saying, "Well, this is my responsibility, and I'm all right. Yeah, let me get 1 number 7, bring it, drop it off."
If he's
there it is."
rich, I feel like, yeah.
It's petty.
I feel like
Okay.
there's a little petty there.
you mean to
Like,
tell me, like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else has to say about it. Y'all can judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I
I don't care what no one else has to say. So
you
here's a video
obviously
responding to.
do because you're
making
on.
this video.
You obviously do because you're
And you,
responding.
and
If you didn't
cared,
care,
and you cared to put him on blast because you're like, oh, people think you're such a good father. Remember,
Which
she said
he
that.
is.
So she cares what people
so
think.
you only showed him that he's
But
a good
I said
father.
what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
Oh, she's.
Oh wow.
She said period.
She hit him with the period, bro.
Oh God, please shoot me in the freaking foot.
Oh, the foot.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
So, overall, I do side with the father. I do understand her frustration. I do understand, like,
Yeah.
there's 2 sides to every story. I feel like, hey, at the time where he said, "Bro, let him come to the car," then that's where it should have just ended. That's where it should have ended. Because you know what? Yes, don't bring McDonald's for just one kid. If fine, but if that should have ended right there. Like, okay, let him go to the car, let him eat his McDonald's and come back, and then I'll feed the rest of them. Like, he doesn't have to eat, whatever. But, jeez, people, God, there's so many different people in this world that just are so.
well, like I said, no matter who wins, the kids lose, so that sucks.
Right.
You know, they're hungry, and now McDonald's is in the drain, in the literal gutter on the ground outside, and nobody got to eat that. So.
So this was your inspiration. This video was your inspiration for
Yeah.
putting me through hell. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. So.
Thank you, internet.
I brought home McDonald's for Harmony and Cairo and not Isaiah. And Isaiah, you are welcome
The
for letting
internet-
me know beforehand.
the internet
because I
works.
was gonna prank him too, and that would have been
That would've
one of
been so
the
messed
greatest
up.
pranks. Oh yeah,
That
but
would've
people,
been so
no,
messed
because
up.
let's be real.
No,
Let's be real. A lot of people, Isaiah never holds punches. He doesn't hold punches.
No,
He
he
said
doesn't.
crazy
Alright,
things.
you're
He's,
right.
oh, you're not my real dad. Oh, my real dad will beat you up. All that,
Right,
right? He
right.
doesn't hold punches, right? And that's cool. That's cool.
You do.
But I do. But I do.
You do, 'cause
So
he's a
whenever
child
y'all want to
still.
say Zay the Kid is the king, just know that's not the case.
He does hold
just
back.
know I be holding back.
I hold back, too.
Because look, that's still my
'Cause
boy.
I-
like,
I
that's
hold
still
back
my boy.
too.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yo, he be OD.
Yeah, bro.
Pro Pack, we out of here.